Developing story tonight, the standoff between ISIS-linked militants and Mozambican security forces continuing, we're told. News 24 is reporting that President Cyril Ramaphosa will attend an urgent meeting on the crisis with Defence Minister Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula likely today. So militants from the Al-Shabaab group have taken control of the city of Palma. It's in the northern Cabo Delgado province in Mozambique. When the siege began on Wednesday, hundreds of people are said to have fled to a nearby hotel where they are still trapped. At least 7 people, including at least 1 South African, are believed to have been killed in that attack, with many still unaccounted for. Zainada Machado is with Human Rights Watch, joining us from Maputo in Mozambique now. Zainada, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So this, we understand, is still an ongoing situation in Palma. What are you hearing about events since Wednesday?
Thank you so much for having me. At this stage, we are not hearing much, because unfortunately the phone lines to Palma have been cut off. Our understanding is that the gunmen from the locally known Al-Shabaab deliberately destroyed any type of communications to the outside of Palma. The last time we were able to speak with local residents was just before the lines were cut off on Wednesday evening. And unfortunately, at that stage, the situation wasn't good. What we knew at the time is that the group had raided the town, had fired at people, had fired at infrastructure, and had also fired some gunshots at an hotel called Marula Hotel in Palma, in which it is believed that over 150 people are stuck there waiting to be rescued.
And how common is this sort of violence in the Cabo Delgado region and cities such as Palma, Zainada? Because we know there has been an ongoing insurgency there for years.
It's very common. It has stopped in the past few weeks, since January, which has led somehow the government to believe that it was winning this conflict. But the type of attack, raiding a town, raiding a village and killing people indiscriminately, it is quite normal for this group. That's the way they operate. Beheading people, cutting people's body parts off is also their modus operandi. I think what is different about Palma is that there was this belief that Palma was now relatively safe, to the point that Total, that is one of the biggest investors in town, had announced that it was resuming its activities. There is also the issue, the fact that there are many foreigners living in Palma because, of course, of the investment that is taking place there. And it is perhaps could be since the beginning of this conflict the first time that we see these amounts.
Zainada, are you still there with us? Zainada Machado is with Human Rights Watch, speaking to us from the city of Maputo in Mozambique, where we continue to follow the developing news tonight. A siege in the city of Palma, where we're told currently dozens of people, including foreigners and likely South Africans, are still holed up at a lodge there, the Amarula Lodge, a hotel where people have been trapped since fighting began on Wednesday. We've got latest lines today from our International Relations Department, which says the mission, South Africa's mission in Mozambique, is now being beefed up, if you will, to assist those in need and helping people to identify possibly loved ones who are likely trapped in that violence. We'll continue to keep you right across the various angles to this developing story. An ongoing insurgency in Mozambique's north, I beg your pardon, with those Al-Shabaab insurgents currently facing off against the government forces. We know a few months ago, in fact last month, there was a report that was published by Amnesty International that detailed about how human rights offences and abuses had been committed on both sides. There was also talk of a private military organization, a security group in South Africa, the Dyke Advisory Group, which had apparently essentially loaned men to help the government fight the insurgency. So far, that has proven unsuccessful. So here we sit today as those investigations on human rights abuses are expected to begin. No idea when. We're sitting tonight with news that an unconfirmed number of people have been killed and many more holed up in that hotel waiting for help. We'll bring you all the latest as we get it. Let's talk